D-Lo for boxing. All right, y'all. Um, Carl Froch has come out saying that he feels like his former stablemate, good buddy, Kell Brook, is basically cashing out in the Bud Crawford fight. He's not saying Kell Brook's gonna lay down. He's saying that, he thinks that although Kell Brook was a special fighter, very athletic, a phenomenon at his best at 147 pounds, he just feels like when he went up to 160 and fought Golovkin and then came back down, and those two losses that he suffered back to back with both eye sockets being broken in one fight and one in the other, he feels like that ruined his career. And and the other thing is that after those losses, Kell Brook eventually moved up to 154 and had a big win. I ain't gonna say big win, but had a great win in terms of his performance against Rabchenko. And then he fought Zafara, after a kind of a layoff, and then after that he had another long layoff and fought DeLuca, all at 154. And he never really looked as good at 154 as he did at 147 at his best. And then he never really kept that momentum going. And he kind of just had layoffs and never really seemed to have that drive and desire to push himself to fight the very best at 154 pounds. So with all of that said, Carl Froch thinks that Kell's best days are firmly behind him, that he's going to give a good account of himself, he's going to do his best to win, and you never know, but he just doesn't think that Crawford is the guy for him to be fighting right now, and that, Crawford is just too exceptional of a fighter for Kell Brook to be fighting at this point in his career. And he feels like that, Kell Brook, although he doesn't want to write him off, he's essentially saying that Kell Brook is is in over his head in this fight, and he's more than likely going to lose this fight. So, with him having that sentiment, he's not, by himself. There's a lot of other people talking that way. But at the end of the day, fights happen in a ring. They don't happen on paper. They don't happen on social media. They don't happen in articles. They happen in a ring. And Kell Brook, as skilled a fighter as he's shown to be, in my opinion, is a good opponent for Bud Crawford. Everybody's coming off of this COVID quarantine and layoff and having to get acclimated to their routine, getting acclimated back to the sport, getting acclimated to getting in fight shape. So if there was ever a time in recent history, in recent, in the last couple years, that Kell Brook had a good shot against Bud Crawford, this would probably be it. Because you don't know what you're getting with these guys coming off of quarantine, with these guys coming off of, hiatus, not being able to be active, not being able to do the things that they usually did in terms of preparation. And then all of a sudden having to come back to that and try to get themselves fight ready. So, we'll see how it plays out. I'm not going to say Carl Froch is wrong. I'm not going to say he's right. I'm saying that Carl Froch has a good case, and that Carl Froch is basing everything that he's saying on some very, very firm supported evidence. But at the end of the day, fights happen in the ring. We'll see how it plays out. D-Lo for boxing. I'm out. Peace.